Hi there, stargazers, and welcome back to an astrological moment with yours truly, Star Lordess. Okay, today we are going to be discussing something really exciting that is happening in January of 2021. This is all about not Jupiter, not Saturn, but this is about Uranus. Okay, it is big news because what's happening here on the 14th of January is the movement of Uranus moving in forward position. Okay, I do have a video here of when Uranus first moved into Taurus, and now it is moving. It's still in Taurus, but it has been retrograde and it is moving forward position. Now, it went into retrograde. This is important to know. It went into retrograde just before the fall, so late summer, August, I believe it was, when it turned in retrograde. Now, when you have a retrograde of any planet, it can sort of be there for a review. Uranus is a slow-moving planet, just like Pluto and Neptune. These, they stay in one sign for, a number of years. So their retrograde is quite longer than Mercury's retrograde or Mars or something like that are more fast-moving. So now, when it comes to the forward movement of Uranus, you got to know something about this planet. It's a planet of surprises, of sudden shocks. It's kind of like the tarot card, the Tower, in that respect, where things can come out of the blue. You don't even see it coming. It's shocking. It could be shocking news that could be related to something that happened in the end of 2020. So sometimes it can undo a lot of the things that were done at the end from late August to early January 2021. It can undo some of the things that were done back then. So in a way, that's a good thing, because some of the things that happened, towards the late summer into the fall and winter, it was pretty, I don't need to tell you, it was pretty weird and pretty bizarre. So with Uranus now moving forward, this could be definitely good news, because it can overturn all of the stuff that had happened back then. And it can turn on a dime, because remember, this is the planet that shocks people. It can shock you into what just happened here. Uranus, the planet of surprise, will never, ever cease to amaze you in that respect. Now, remember, it is in the sign of Taurus. So, Taurus, if you want to go back to the video that I did when Uranus first moved into Taurus, you can get a lot more information from that. It's also in this same playlist that this video will be in, Astrological Moments, and therefore you can get more of an idea of what Uranus in Taurus actually governs and controls. Remember, when it comes to dealing with planets such as this and Pluto, these are slow-moving planets, and they do tend to affect the entire world. They affect environments, they affect everything. So now, when we're dealing with this sudden turnaround and shock, it could be, well, it will definitely affect people on a personal level, but it could be something that is shocking to the world at large. So it is something to be mindful of, to be aware of, and this is why I'm making this video, because if all of a sudden you see everything going topsy-turvy in the month of January, it could be because of this, and this would be an astrological event that in a sense was predestined to happen. So you could see a lot of things that were, laws or things that were put into place now reversed because of the planet moving forward. And also too, when it comes to reversals of energies, as we know with Mercury retrograde, you can feel the effects of it before the date. The actual date is like January 13th, 14th, depending upon where in the world you are situated. but you start to feel the effects of these planets even prior to. Could be weeks before. You start to feel the rumblings of change. There is change in the air. It's a new year astrologically. Lots happened at the end of 2020. We moved into the Aquarian energy. We're still waiting on that final movement of Pluto, which will be in 2023, which will bring in the full-on Age of Aquarius. But we're already headed there with Jupiter and Saturn already moving in that direction. So there have been a lot of changes. Also, numerology-wise, we went from a 4-year into a 5-year. The energy has definitely changed. I know it feels a lot different for me personally. I am an empath, so I do feel even subtle changes, but I have felt the change even as January 1st came in. I felt a major shift and a change in energy. And I'm sure a lot of you have also felt that. You can leave me a comment in the comment section to let me know. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting things coming up in 2021. I don't think it's going to be a repeat of 2020. I think there's going to be a lot of changes made, but I do believe, maybe call me an optimist, but I do believe that the changes that will be coming in 2021 will be much better, much more to our liking. And I think, first of all, like I said, in numerology, going from a 4-year to a 5-year, those energies alone are completely different. 4 to a 5, completely different. Remember though, when we are dealing with the planet Uranus, even though it is in the sign of Taurus, which is more of a stable, steady, slow moving, methodical type of energy, it is still Uranus, which can cause sudden upsets. Uranus is the planet that is known for wanting to, shake things up. They don't want the status quo. That energy doesn't want status quo. It wants things, I think, combined with the energies of Taurus. I think it's going to want changes, but changes that are going to be more solid, more something we can hold on to, something we can grasp and make sense of, because that's what the Taurus energy requires, is something that we can work with, something we can make sense of. But the Aquarian, or the I say Aquarian because of the Aquarius connection to the planet Uranus. But it's very much that energy. It's sudden movements, it's sudden changes. It can be extremely shocking. It can bring about changes, like major changes in terms of Uranus rules electricity, things like that. So we could see all of a sudden changes in terms of, maybe even where we get our electricity from. There could be sudden changes in terms of the internet and electronics and things like that. There could be a sudden announcement about how we are going to be maybe a change up of the internet or something like that. There could be anything coming around the pike. I just want to warn you to just hold on to it, because I do believe that no matter what these changes bring about, it is ultimately going to be for the best. It's going to help us to move into the new energies that we're going to be dealing with going forward into the future. So it's definitely on a good note. It could be, something that's going to revolutionize our society. Could be big changes coming up, big announcements, I would expect. It could start off small, maybe in the month of January, and then grow as the months go on, because Uranus will be in forward motion for quite some time now, moving forward in 2021. A lot of changes astrologically. There's a big change, like I said, even in the numerology. So I'm quite excited about this. I was very happy to bring this news to you. I hope you're as excited as I am. But just be prepared for anything, especially over the next couple of weeks. There could be some shocking news, shocking revelations, shocking turnarounds, that kind of thing. Just hang on to your hat and just know it was meant to be, because I fully believe when we're dealing with astrology and it's predicting things, it was meant to be that way. It was literally written in the stars. stars. So your regular weekly readings will be out at the end of this week. So you'll be joining me for that. And all I can say is hang on to your hats, folks. It's going to be a wild ride in the month of January. Much love. Take care. Namaste from Star Lotus.